Hey guys, this is Wes and welcome to your 20th Java tutorial. Today we're going to cover the for loop and we are going to make this simple and hop right into it. We're going to make a for loop that counts to 10 and we're going to start by showing you the syntax. So the syntax for the for loop is the for keyword and then parentheses. Within inside of the parentheses we're going to need the initial value or where we want the loop to start. And then we want a test condition or where we want the loop to end, and then a modification to the value or an increment or a decrement to the value. Say you want to count by 2 or decrease by 3 with each iteration of the loop. So let's do this. For parentheses, we're going to say int counter equals 1 semicolon. So this is the initial value. The test condition, we're gonna, since we're counting to 10, we want to say less than or equal to 10, and that's where we want it to end. And then a modification to the value, so we just want to count by 1. With inside of the for brackets, we want to just display the counter with each iteration of the loop. So system.out that print line counter, and this should count to 10. As you can see down here, it counted through 10. So the way this works is this is where it starts, and then once it's initialized, it goes to the test condition, and when it is true, so 1 is less than or equal to 10, it is true. It then executes the code within inside of the for brackets, curly brackets. Once it has done that, then it goes up here and goes to the modification to the value. In this case, it increments it by 1, so now it is 2. It then rechecks the test condition. 2 is less than or equal to 10, so it executes the code in here, and then it just keeps doing that until this condition is no longer true. So we can count to 100. We will save this and run it. And as you can see down here, it counted to 100. We can count to 100 by 2s, starting at 1. Although it will not display 100 because it starts at 1 and increments by 2 all the way up to 99. And once it does that, once it increments it again and it checks this condition, it is no longer less than or equal to 100. So it quits executing the code, and we could just show you when it leaves the loop by displaying this. We have left the loop, or the lot, whatever you want to say. So we'll save this and run it, and we have left the lop all the way after here. So once this condition is no longer true, it then leaves the for curly brackets and then starts executing code from top to bottom after that. We can decrement this too, so we'll just say counter minus minus. We could say as long as it's less than or equal to, so we could say as long as it is, the counter is greater than 1, and we could say the counter starts at 10. So this will count from 10 down to 1 if we save this. And as you can see, it went down to 2. Oh yeah, because as it's greater than 1, if we wanted to count down to 1, we'd have to do greater than or equal to 1. And there we go. So this is a quick introduction to for loops. They're not very hard. For loops are used usually when the number of iterations is known before entering the loop, such as when you're dealing with arrays. We have not covered arrays yet, but we will soon, and we will be using for loops a whole lot in the future. So play around with this. For loops aren't that hard. yeah, so like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in future tutorials.